Hello everyone, and welcome to our presentation about Southeast Missouri State University. This presentation is designed to give people a better understanding of why Southeast can help international students accomplish their academic and professional goals. We at Southeast, as the saying goes, we develop leaders with the will to do. I'm going to start off this presentation by explaining a few different things about why a student may want to choose Southeast. There you can see a picture. Infused throughout all of this presentation are pictures of our beautiful campus. We were established in 1873, so we've been around for well over 100 years, and we have a campus filled with traditional looking buildings, lots of greenery, lots of trees. We're very proud of the way that our campus looks and the way that our buildings and facilities are. So throughout this campus, you'll see a lot of different pictures of what it looks like on campus. And as I mentioned, this is Academic Hall. So when the university started in 1873, the original building for the entire university was right where Academic Hall is now. And that is kind of the symbolic image of our institution. You can see our university's logo down in the bottom right-hand side of the slide is a picture of that dome. So that's the iconic vision. It's the highest point in the city of Cape Girardeau, and we're very proud of it. So let's talk about academics. Southeast Missouri State has over 145 different undergraduate programs for a student to choose, as well as 75 different master's degrees programs. For those of you who are aware of optional practical training, or OPT, what the OPT program is international students who graduate from their degree program have 1 year to stay in the United States on their student visa, working and gaining experience related to their academic field. If you graduate from a STEM designated program, and STEM stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics. If you graduate from a STEM program, you can apply for an additional 2 years of OPT. So we have over 60 different STEM designated programs that would allow a student to stay and work in the US for 3 years after graduation. We are very much focused on real life learning. We really want our graduates to have the real world experiences, a career ready resume by the time that they leave the program here. So with that in mind, over 100% of our programs have internship opportunities, clinical research opportunities, study abroad opportunities, so that you're not just having the coursework on your resume, you're also having, like we said, real world tangible skills and experiences that demonstrate to people at the next level that this person is well qualified. And we'd like to point out that we take great pains to measure the outcomes and the objectives of our programs, and we're well aware that a great number of our programs have 100% placement in the job field or graduate studies, especially in areas like cybersecurity, physics, the hard sciences. This demonstrates that our programs are relevant and valued in the workplace. We also take a lot of pride in specialized support here at Southeast. There's thousands of universities in the U.S., and one of the things I truly think sets us apart is our ability to connect one-on-one with students. And that's the philosophy that goes across the campus from support offices to faculty members. We have a low faculty to student ratio. Over 90% of our faculty members have terminal degrees or doctorate degrees. And that last picture on the right, or number on the right, only 1% of our courses have seats of more than 50 students. So that means from the very first day that you're on campus, you're going to be learning from PhD faculty members, and you're going to be in smaller, more intimate settings where you have an opportunity to truly learn from those faculty members and develop a relationship with them. In terms of student life, all kinds of activities for students to get involved in. We have several different residence halls on campus. You may be aware that the university requires first-time freshmen to live on campus for at least 1 year. There are some caveats that they have to meet in order to be able to live off campus. But there are 13 different residence hall options on campus. They vary in price, and generally, the more money you pay, the more privacy you're going to get. So, if you want to have a room all by yourself, that's certainly possible, but it's going to cost you a little bit more. If you want to go with the least expensive route, you're going to have a roommate and a shared bathroom and shower facility on the same floor. But they are gender separated, so you would never be sharing a bathroom with someone of the opposite gender. We have a robust intramural and club sport program. So while we do have scholarship Division I athletics, those opportunities are limited to people who participate and compete at a very high level. But we do have many, many different opportunities for people to get involved with athletics and sports, both on the club side and then the intramural side, which is student against student. Several different student organizations from Greek to academic to career prep. These student organizations, we feel, provide students with excellent opportunities to make connections, to network, to explore, to learn, but it also gives you opportunities to develop leadership skills. So of those 180 student organizations, they each have an executive board with a president, a vice president, a treasurer, a marketer, a secretary, and these are all some of those real-world opportunities for our students to build on career-ready opportunities so they can succeed at the next level. So you're going to learn how to market, you're going to learn how to manage, you're going to learn how to budget, all getting support from our faculty and students. And we also have a great Southeast Serves program in which 80,000 hours of community service are done each year by student organizations and students. In terms of scholarships, we label ourselves as being an institution with affordable excellence. So we provide a lot of different financial aid opportunities for international students, whether it's in the form of merit-based scholarships, foundation scholarships, and you add those scholarships on top of an already affordable tuition rate compared to almost any place else in the U.S., and you're going to be able to get as good of an education as you can for the lowest price point possible here. So we're very proud of our affordability and the opportunities for students to receive scholarships. In terms of accreditation, for those of you not familiar with the term accreditation, each institution in the U.S. is required to have some kind of accreditation in order to be recognized as being valid and the degrees that they produce are worthy. We are happy to have the highest institutional accreditation. It's called regional accreditation. So that can give you confidence that our bachelor's degrees, our master's degree programs have the same weight and the same meaning as bachelor's degrees and master's degrees from any other accredited institution in the U.S. So that's very, very important. If you're looking for educational opportunities in the United States, always look to the institution's accreditation and make sure that they have that regional accreditation. Also, on top of the institutional accreditation, we have program accreditation. Now, program accreditation is usually specific to one academic area, and the program accreditation also should give you confidence that we are doing in that academic program what we say we're doing, our graduates are learning what we want them to learn, our faculty members are accomplished and qualified, and our graduates go out into the real world and they have a relevant degree. So some of those areas I'd like to point out where we have the additional program accreditation are in the College of Business. We have AACSB accreditation. Only 5% of business schools in the world have this accreditation. And we also have ABET accreditation in our cybersecurity and computer science areas, as well as our engineering, technology, and tech management program. So ABET accreditation is very, very important. You can again be sure that anything dealing with computer science, technology, engineering, our programs have the highest accreditation and the programs are valid and worthwhile. I would also like to point out cybersecurity. We mentioned it earlier in terms of 100% job placement. We are one of only 4 institutions in the entire U.S. that have ABET cybersecurity accreditation. So that program is very much on the cutting edge of academic knowledge in cybersecurity. We're very proud of that program. Tell you a little bit about our community. We're in Cape Girardeau, Missouri. You can see on the map there that we are right on the banks of the Mississippi River, about an hour and 45-minute drive from the city of St. Louis. We're about a 5-hour drive from Chicago, a 4-hour drive from Nashville, and about 2.5 hours from Memphis. So again, being in a smaller community, our town is about 45,000 people. It gives us a very safe environment, especially for international students, and it has a lower cost of living. Rent, food, insurance, all of those things are much lower here than in bigger cities. So that plays into the affordability of our institution. So we have a town of about 45,000 people. The university is really one of the main parts of the town of Cape Girardeau. Student activities are seen all over campus. Our students have opportunities to get involved at the university level as well as the city and county level. All kinds of opportunities. We're very proud of our hometown. You can see down at the bottom there that Cape Girardeau was named the prettiest city in the entire state of Missouri by Architectural Digest. Rolling hills, lots of trees, right on the Mississippi River. It's just a beautiful place. Down in the lower left there, you can see a little bit more about our climate. We do have 4 seasons. Summers are marked by heat. You can see on that table there that the average high temperature in the month of July and August is around 32 degrees centigrade. It can get hotter than that, but that's just kind of the average. And then you segue into the fall, where we are now, and then into winter. Winter, the average high per day is around 6 or 7 degrees centigrade. Again, it can get colder, but it could be anywhere from -5 to 20 degrees centigrade any day in December and January and February. So it's a relatively mild climate. If you were to go anywhere further north in the United States, north and east, you're going to get a lot more snow, a much colder winter. But here we like our moderate climate, where it's not too hot in the summer and it's not too cold in the winter. We do have a robust international student life on campus, and I'm going to show you some of these pictures. This is a picture of Kappahaw Park. This is right off of our campus. We have all kinds of gatherings and activities over there. That is the Students of Latino Descent organization that's a picture of. We have around 500 international students from more than 50 countries right now. Here's a picture of the president's wife, Pam Vargas, with a group of students, and that's in our Kent Library. And if I can take a moment to talk about our president. So I mentioned the woman in the front row there. Her name is Pam Vargas. Her husband is the president of the university, Dr. Carlos Vargas. Dr. Vargas came to the United States as an international student himself. And what that should tell you is, when the leader of an institution has firsthand knowledge of what kind of support and services international students need to be successful, you can be sure that we're the kind of institution that's going to offer those kinds of supports and services. We've done all kinds of things to help international students, whether it's merit-based scholarships, enhancing student worker opportunities, creating an international village on campus where we have an activity space and an academic space for international students. Very robust international student life, thanks to the president and as well as the rest of the administration of the university. I alluded to the international village. We have a whole section of campus designated to international for support and services and activities. We also have a CEA accredited intensive English program. We offer conditional admission through the IEP, the Intensive English Program. We offer that program both online and in person through the Premier Immersion Program. So if a student has not demonstrated their English proficiency, but they meet all of our other academic requirements, we can admit them conditionally, give them an I-20. They can come and enroll in the Premier Immersion Program, and then when they complete that program, they then qualify for their admission. That conditional admission, as I mentioned, can be, you can meet the conditions either through the in-person program or the online program. So our program has a great deal of flexibility in which a learner can study their English, get their English proficiency up either at home or here on campus. We also have 5 different start dates for the IEP. So no matter when you are able to begin studying here, you could start in either January, March, June, August, or October. Very flexible. Compare that to the academic intakes. If you've met your English proficiency requirements, you're fully admitted into the university. The only 2 intakes we offer are in the fall semester in August, which is traditionally considered the beginning of the school year, and in January at the beginning of the spring semester. I'd encourage you to visit our website. You can see the link down at the bottom at semo.edu/international/IEP. You can get all of that additional information about IEP, what it is, what the resources are, and all of that information. Now, let's segue into academic international admissions. On the undergraduate side, we require a 2.5 GPA on the US 4.0 scale in order to qualify for scholarships. It is possible to be admitted into a program with less than a 2.5 GPA, but in order to qualify for scholarships, we do require at least a 2.5. Our online application form needs to be submitted. We have a new online form beginning of spring 21. We do believe that the new interface is more intuitive, user-friendly, and interactive. So we hope that anybody will have ease in completing that online application. There is a $40 application fee. We do need you to prove that you have the financial means to support yourself while you're here in the U.S. So we do have an affidavit of financial support, and we require proof of finances. You will need to submit transcripts. We can make admission decisions for first-time freshmen, first-time graduate students based on unofficial copies, but you still need to submit those official copies before you're allowed to enroll on campus. So we need to have all of the transcripts of the education that you've completed to date, a copy of your passport, and if you're from a non-native English-speaking country, you need to demonstrate your English proficiency. Typically, people do that through an IELTS or a TOEFL test. These are the scores that we require for undergraduate admission. I would also mention we take the Duolingo English test. At the undergraduate level, we require a 90. If you're applying for a master's degree program, or we call that a graduate program here, application requirements vary by program, so I would encourage anyone to look at that website, semo.edu/grad/checklist. That will give you all of the different required application components for each of our graduate programs. You'll find that they all vary. Some might require a GRE or a GMAT. Some may require letters of recommendation. Some may require a resume or work experience. So if you go to that website, you will be able to see all the different requirements for each of our graduate programs. Other than that, you still have the online application, you still have the application fee, proof of finances, transcripts, passport. The English proficiency demonstration needs to be a little bit higher for the graduate level, so you can see the corresponding scores there. And the Duolingo we also require at 105. This is the estimated cost of attendance for our institution. You can see that middle column. We break down the cost of tuition, books, housing, food, personal expenses, and health insurance. The middle column is for undergraduate bachelor students and our intensive English program. And the right column is our graduate column, and that's for 1 year of expenses estimated. Now, all of that is before we factor in scholarships, so keep that in mind. But in general, if you're looking for a bachelor's degree program without any scholarships, you're looking at around $26,500 per year. And on the graduate side, you're looking at $20,500 per year. Now, we do have merit-based scholarships that we're very proud of. For the beginning freshmen, you can see in those first three columns there, we have an $8,000, $6,000, and $2,000 scholarship. So any student who qualifies for those, you would subtract that from the tuition to come up with your estimated expenses. So again, with a $26,500 price point or estimated price for an undergraduate program, if you qualify for the $8,000 scholarship, you're looking at $18,000 per year. If you get that International Academic or Achievement Award, you're looking at $20,000 per year. And that's the price point that we're very proud of, where we say that, you know, $20,000 for everything, tuition, room and board and books and insurance. In the United States, this is as high of a quality of an education as you're going to get for $20,000. And again, if you don't meet the criteria through the GPA and necessary test score, anybody with a 2.5 or higher will get the $2,000 scholarship. If you go down to that bottom scholarship area where it says new graduate, so any graduate student is with a 2.5 or higher is going to get the $2,000 scholarship. Now, that means that pretty much any graduate student is going to be getting the scholarship, because it's almost impossible to be admitted into a graduate program with lower than a 2.5. So if you factor in the $2,000 scholarship, the cost for 1 year for everything for one of our master's degree programs is around $18,500. I'd also like to point out in the lower left, for anybody who graduates, an international student who graduates from Southeast with a bachelor's degree will be able to come back and do a master's degree at the in-state tuition rate. So in terms of graduate programs, that's an additional saving of several $1,000s per year. So we're very proud of our opportunity to award Southeast international graduates opportunities to come back for grad programs at the in-state rate. There's a picture of the Kent Library. There are multiple areas on campus for students to sit quietly, sometimes socially, to study and to get group work done. Kent Library is one of those locations. And I'll use that picture to transition into a talk about academics. So these are the different bachelor's degree programs that are popular with international students. I remember we have over 145 different undergraduate programs, but I just wanted to highlight a few of the programs that are very popular with our international students. I referred earlier to the STEM designated programs that would qualify you for 3 years of OPT. So any of these programs with the asterisk or the star by them, those are the 3-year STEM OPT programs. So computer science, info systems, cybersecurity, business. We've got lots of different areas to study in the field of business. Actuarial sciences, biomedical, biotechnology is very popular. We've got a very strong pre-med program. Nutrition and exercise science, music, theater, and dance. We're unique in the United States for a regional comprehensive public university to have as high quality of a visual and performing arts program as we do at the price point that we do. We're very, very proud of that. Engineering physics, tech management, and industrial and systems engineering round out our most popular international graduate programs. On the master's side, again, you see several with the STEM designation: applied computer science, cybersecurity, tech management. But we also have an MBA program that has multiple specialties, as well as public administration, nutrition, exercise science, and an MA in teaching English as a second or other language. The university is broken down into 5 different colleges. So each of those colleges is responsible for the academic content in the areas indicated in the name of the college. I'm going to go through each of the colleges right now very quickly to show you some of the different programs that are available in those programs. So Harrison College of Business and Computing, this is probably the #1 college in terms of where our international students study. On the left-hand side, you can see how the bachelor's degrees are broken down. Again, many different areas to study in the field of business, whether it's accounting, administration, econ, entrepreneurship, finance, hospitality, international business, marketing, management, lots and lots of different specialities. Same goes for the graduate programs on the MBA side. You've got opportunities to study environmental management, entrepreneurship, accounting, international business, sports management, lots of different specialities, finance. And then as well on the computing side of it, we have computer science, cybersecurity, and info systems. On the bachelor's side, on the master's side, cybersecurity and applied computer science. I mentioned before as well that we do a really good job of keeping track of where our students are going after they graduate, what kind of jobs do they get, where are they going to graduate school, how are they engaged, and all of the colleges report out their outcomes, and here you can see a list of the different accomplishments from our students and from our programs. In the STEM college, you can see we also offer a lot of STEM designated programs, whether it's the hard sciences like biology and chemistry and things like that, but a lot in terms of technology, engineering. You can see a lot of different programs there: agribusiness, environmental science, GIS, math, actuarial. And in terms of master's degrees, they're all listed out there as well: environmental science, biology, tech management, cybersecurity are the popular ones with international students. Again, some of the accomplishments through our STEM college. The Holland College of Arts and Media is unique at Southeast because it's the only college that does not offer any master's degrees. So all of the programs in these areas are limited to bachelor's degrees. But what we are kind of lacking in terms of graduate programs, we make up for on the undergraduate side with high quality opportunities that are unique to an institution of our size and our scope. Normally, for programs of visual and performing arts and media, you'd need to go to a bigger school to get a much higher, this high level of a quality of education, or into a bigger city where you're going to be paying 2 or 3 times more than you would pay for tuition here. We have all kinds of programs listed there. In the digital arts, we've got BFAs in terms of performance, creating art, theater, music, dance, interior design, acting, design technology. But we also have very, very strong programs in mass communication. Our mass communication programs in terms of multimedia journalism, advertising, public relations, television and films are also accredited. And our journalism program wins awards year after year after year. So a strong, strong program in mass communication and the arts here at Southeast. I would also like to point out that a lot of times people think about art programs in the sense of someone training to become an artist. And I think sometimes parents or people who are paying for an education worry about the career prospects of an artist. Our performing arts, visual and performing arts college really does a strong job of implementing or integrating career readiness into all of the art programs. What a lot of people don't realize is with the internet, with streaming opportunities, arts and media are just as big as sports and many other entertainment sectors of our economy. There are billions and billions of dollars in art-related careers, not just for the artist. So anybody who's studying in one of our arts program is getting a lot of firsthand information about how do I turn this into a career. So again, for the cost of the education, it's a worthwhile arts degree because you're paying a relatively low amount for this high quality arts degree, but you're also learning how to translate that into career readiness in the field, into a booming sector of economies, not just in the United States, but everywhere. If you look in areas like Korea and India and in different places, the art and media industry is huge and there are tons and tons of opportunities. So a great place for students to engage in that type of training. Some of our accomplishments as well, you'll have the ability to pause this and look at those in more detail as you're reading this. But there's a picture of our river campus. What we also do, we have a section of campus that's dedicated solely to the arts, and we call that the river campus. So there's a picture of the Bladell Performing Arts Center. The river campus has dormitories that are specific to our art students, a lot of the classroom, the studio space. And it's not just for art students. They provide a lot of cultural activities for the community and for the university at large. College of Education, Health, and Human Studies. You can see a lot of the different programs there. Sports management, recreation, parks administration are popular with our international students. Human environmental studies. A lot of things in the education world are in there. You can see a lot of our accomplishments there. One of the things to point out, the College of Education is recognized by Apple Computers as a distinguished school, meaning we continuously show innovation in learning, teaching, and the school environment. We're very, very proud of that distinction. And then we also have the College of Humanities and Social Sciences. You can see a list of those programs there. That's where our MA TESOL program is and our public administration master's programs. Then we also have global studies, anthropology, global cultures and language, English, criminal justice, communication studies on the bachelor's side. Finally, I'd like to segue into campus engagement. I talked a little bit earlier about all kinds of opportunities for students to get involved on campus. The university is really a mini city. There's all kinds of organization and businesses and things that kind of operate somewhat independently of the rest of the institution. So there's lots of opportunities for people to get involved and to advance and to do different things. And I'm going to talk about those a little bit now. So 200 student organizations, residence hall options. We have several different living learning communities. So a living learning community is where you are placed in a dormitory with other people who have a similar academic or other interests. So maybe it's all honors college student, maybe it's all accounting students, maybe it's all cybersecurity, but you really are connected from day one with people who share your interests, who share your ideas, and you really have a chance to grow and learn from them. So living learning communities are good. We also have created a new esports or e-gaming venue on campus. I believe that club right now has over 700 members, so lots and lots of opportunities to compete and to get involved and just to have fun with e-games. Student involvement in terms of student associations. Again, these are leadership development opportunities, but there are also opportunities for our international students to share their cultures with people here. We do look to our international students to serve as ambassadors to their home countries, because you will run into a lot of people here who never have or never will travel abroad. They've never met people from several different countries, maybe where you're from. So we try to give you as many opportunities as possible to share your culture, to learn about the U.S. culture from a mutually beneficial perspective. So we really look to our international students to get involved, and through the Office of International Education and Services, we provide those opportunities. We offer a wide range of student center services. So When you're a student, you're enrolled in classes, you pay for a thing called general fees, and those general fees cover the cost of things like access to the recreation center. So here's a picture of the aquatic center at the recreation center. There's also a gym, a track, racquetball, squash, dance programs, weights, treadmills, machines, all kinds of health activity related services at the rec center. So you get free access to that through your general fees. We have a campus health clinic. So if a student isn't feeling well, they have the ability to just go to the clinic on campus without having to go to a hospital, without having to make a doctor's appointment. So that makes it really easy for students who aren't feeling well to get answers to their question and get the support that they need. We have an excellent career services office that works very, very closely with our international students. Career services encourages students to start working with them from the very first day they're on campus. So they can help you find internships, they can help you find campus employment opportunities, they can help you craft your resume, they can help you with interview skills, they host career expos. So if one of the things that you're really interested in doing with your college experience is leading to a career afterwards, working with our career services office is going to be a great benefit to you, and it's all free. We have a counseling service, so for students who are having issues adjusting or they have other personal problems that they need help sorting through and talking about, we have a fully licensed counseling center that's anonymous. They don't share your information with anybody else. Nobody needs to know about it. It's just an ability for you to go and get some help from university professionals at the counseling center. Again, that's all covered by your general fees. We have the International Village, as I mentioned before. The International Village has a classroom, it's got a computer lab, it's got a video conferencing room, it's got a gymnasium, it's got a kitchen, all for international students to use however they want to communicate and share with the rest of the community. And it's really a hub of all international things on campus. The Multimedia Center, that's all part of the College of Arts and Media, as I mentioned. There's all kinds of opportunities for students to get involved. Whether you're an arts and media major or not, you have the opportunity to engage in those services and build those skills. We have speaking labs that help non-native English speakers reduce their accent. That's all free of charge. And we also have a great center for writing excellence in which students get help writing papers, getting input and ideas and kind of structuring their papers so that they're sure that the papers they're submitting are appropriate and effective. So lots and lots of different services on campus. You can see a lot of some of the other services or amenities that we offer on campus. We have a bank right on campus. It's Bank of America, so anybody who needs a bank account, they're able to open it right here on campus and access their money. Computer labs all across. There's 3 or 4 different Wi-Fi networks all over campus, so anybody with a Southeast key is going to have access to free Wi-Fi anywhere on campus. Free laundry facilities for people living in the residence halls, mail service, microfridge, cable TV, shuttle service, several different restaurants and dining options on campus. So again, if you live on campus, there's really no need to go anywhere other than our dining facilities to eat. Students in the residence halls are required to purchase a meal plan, so they have access to all of these restaurants through their meal plan. But it's not just for students who live on campus. Lots of different places across campus, lots of different food options. We do also offer a couple of different shuttle options. So during the school week, there are 3 different shuttle services that are running continuously across campus. One goes specifically to the river campus, and it connects the river campus with the main campus. Then we have a red route, which circles the campus one direction, and then a green route, which circles the campus in another direction, so that, we're a large campus, lots of hills. It can take 45 minutes possibly to walk from one end of campus to the other. So we have these free shuttle services for people to get back and forth to the different areas of campus as quickly as possible. And then we also offer the Wings shuttle. That is as well free for students. It's available every weekend that the semester is in session, and that will take students free of charge out to the various shopping locations in the town of Cape Girardeau. So if a student needs to go out to the grocery store or Walmart or Best Buy or Target or the shopping mall or wherever the case may be, the Wing shuttle will take students there free of charge. There's plenty of room in there to bring lots of bags and things like that. So it really isn't necessary for a student to have a car on campus. They still have access to a lot of things in the town and on campus whenever they need it. So that's the end of my presentation. If you have any questions for us, you can see the email address down at the bottom of the screen there. I do want to stress again, international students are very much safe and welcome here on the campus of Southeast Missouri State. We're looking forward to a large incoming class of Fall 21. We're hopeful that visas are going to be accessible and appointments are easy to obtain. And if there's anything that we can do to help you out in that regard, please do not hesitate to contact us. Thank you very much for your time and your attention to this, and we look forward to seeing you in beautiful Cape Girardeau soon. Thank you.